IGCSE and O-Level Smart Biology M. Rashid Chatha 030046100457. 13. Excretion in human. Excretion of carbon dioxide. Most of the carbon dioxide is excreted through the lungs. This is an accompaniment to the intake of oxygen. Carbon dioxide from respiring cells diffuses into the red blood cells. Here, it dissolves to form carbonic acid, which then changes to hydrogen carbonates. This reaction occurs in tissues where carbon dioxide concentration is high. Most of the hydrogen carbonates move out of the red blood cells into the plasma and are carried to the lungs. In the lungs, the carbon dioxide concentration is low. This causes the hydrogen carbonates to change to carbon dioxide, which then diffuses out of the blood into the alveoli. From here, the carbon dioxide moves out through the air passages to the exterior during expiration. Excretion is the removal metabolic wastes from the body. The lungs excrete carbon dioxide. The parts of the urinary system are kidneys, renal arteries, renal veins, ureter, urinary bladder and urethra. The kidneys excrete urea, excess water, and unwanted ions. Nephrons are structural and functional units of kidneys which are used for filtration of blood. The liver makes urea from excess amino acids by the process called as deamination. It is the breakdown of excess amino acids in the liver to form ammonia, which is made into urea. One molecule is converted to carbohydrate or fat and is used as source of energy. The other molecule is ammonia, NH3, which combines with carbon dioxide to form the excretory product urea, which is carried to the kidneys in the blood where it is filtered out and is excreted in urine. Part of the blood plasma entering the kidneys is filtered out by the capillaries. Substances that the body needs, like glucose, are absorbed back into the blood by active transport. The unwanted substances are left to pass down the ureters into the bladder. The bladder stores urine, which is discharged at intervals. The kidneys help to keep the blood at a steady concentration by excreting excess ions and by adjusting the amounts of water, osmoregulation. Deamination is the removal of the nitrogen-containing part of amino acids to form urea. The liver has a role in the assimilation of amino acids by converting them to proteins. Excretion is the removal of waste products of metabolism from the body. Carbon dioxide is a waste product of cell respiration that is excreted by the lungs. Urea is a nitrogenous waste product formed by deamination of excess amino acids in the liver. The urinary system consists of a pair of kidneys, a pair of ureters, the bladder, and the urethra. The kidneys filter the blood to produce urine, which contains urea and excess water and salts. Urine leaves the kidneys through the ureters and is stored in the bladder, before passing out of the body through the urethra. The results of kidney failure can be dealt with by carrying out a kidney transplant or by dialysis using a kidney machine. Dialysis involves the diffusion of waste products, water, and salts through a partially permeable membrane. During dialysis, blood cells and large molecules such as proteins remain in the blood. Keywords: metabolism, anabolism, catabolism, excretion, nephron, deamination, osmoregulation, pelvis, glomerulus, medulla, ureter, urine, sphincter muscle, urethra, dialysis, dialysis fluid, thermoregulation, hypothalamus, capsule, renal, cortex, pyramids, collecting ducts, Bowman's capsule, convoluted tubules, loop of Henle, arteriole, glomerulus, ultrafiltration, glomerular filtrate, selective reabsorption, active transport. IGCSE and O-Level Smart Biology M. Rashid Chatha 030046100457. Glossary. Anabolism, chemical reactions of metabolism that build up complex substances from simple raw materials. This requires energy, which comes from catabolism. Anaerobic respiration, a type of respiration in which oxygen is not consumed. Bowman's capsule, a cup-shaped structure in a kidney 1 mm in diameter in man. It contains a glomerulus and leads to a kidney tubule. Catabolism, chemical reactions of metabolism which break down complex substances into simpler ones and release energy. Dialysis, the use of a semipermeable membrane to separate large molecules from small ones. Small molecules diffuse through the membrane while larger ones remain behind. Used in kidney machines to remove urea from blood. Glomerular filtrate fluid, which results from the filtration of blood in Bowman's capsules. It consists of urine and many useful substances such as glucose. Glomerulus. A group of capillaries inside a Bowman's capsule in a kidney. Blood is filtered as it passes through the glomerulus and Bowman's capsule walls into the kidney tubule. Metabolism, all the chemical and physical processes necessary for life. Deamination, breakdown of unwanted amino acids in the liver by removal of the nitrogen-containing part of the amino acids. Excretion, removal from the body of waste substances produced by metabolism, and substances which are in excess of the body's requirements. Kidney tubule, a narrow tube leading from a Bowman's capsule in the kidney. It reabsorbs water, glucose, and other useful substances from glomerular filtrate. Ureter, a tube which carries urine from a kidney to the bladder. Urethra, a tube which carries urine out of the body from the bladder. Urine, liquid containing waste materials removed from the blood as it is filtered by kidneys. It consists of water, urea, and various mineral salts. Short MCQs with right answers. 1. Which part of the body excretes urea, excess water, and excess ions? Kidney. 2. Which structure removes urea from the blood? Kidney. 3. Which organ produces urea? Liver. 4. What is the function of the kidney? Removing urea and reabsorbing glucose. IGCSE and O-Level Smart Biology M. Rashid Chattha 030046104457. 5. In the diagram, which label identifies the urethra? C. 6. The diagram shows the kidneys and associated organs. Which label is the ureter? 7. The blood in the renal vein has a different composition to the blood in the renal artery. How is the blood in the renal vein different? More carbon dioxide, less urea, less water. 8. In which structure is there a fluid with a low concentration of urea? 9. Which part of the diagram of the excretory system is the urethra? 10. The composition of the blood in the renal vein is different to the composition of the blood in the renal artery. What substance has a higher concentration in the renal vein than in the renal artery? Carbon dioxide. 11. A healthy person eats a very high-protein diet. What effect will this have on his urine? It will contain more urea. 12. Which food type, when eaten in excess, will cause a rise in the urea content of urine? Protein. 13. Where is urea made? Liver. 14. How is urea removed from the body? In solution. 15. How does blood change as it passes through a kidney? It loses urea. 16. Which two substances are both reabsorbed in the kidneys? Glucose and salt. 17. What is a function of the kidneys of a healthy person? Reabsorb all glucose. 18. An amino acid is deaminated. This is the removal of the nitrogen-containing part. 19. Which diet will cause the liver to produce the most urea? High protein, low carbohydrate. 20. What happens as a result of deamination in the liver? Urea is produced. 21. In a kidney tubule, which substances are filtered out of the blood in the glomerulus? Glucose, salts, urea, and water. IGCSE and O-Level Smart Biology M. Rashid Chattha 030046104457. 22. Which materials are excreted by kidneys and lungs? Kidneys. Lungs. Urea. Carbon dioxide. 23. A person has a high-protein diet. What describes the level of urea in the blood leaving the liver and in the urine leaving the kidneys? Urea in blood leaving liver, urea in urine leaving kidneys. High. 24. The table shows the presence or absence of chemicals in solutions in different parts of a healthy kidney. Which row is correct? Chemical blood plasma in glomerulus fluid entering kidney tubule fluid in urea. 25. Which substance must be at the same concentration in the dialysis fluid and in the blood? Glucose. 26. Which cannot be an example of excretion? Undigested food leaves the body through the anus. 27. What is not an excretory product of mammals? Undigested food in feces. 28. In kidney machine, protein molecules are not lost from the blood. How is loss of protein prevented? Membranes prevent. 29. Which substances can be removed from the blood by kidney machines? Urea and some salts. Only. 30. In a kidney dialysis machine, which substance will not diffuse from the patient's blood into the dialysis fluid? Protein. 31. Where are most nitrogen compounds excreted from humans? Kidney. 32. Which process occurs in a kidney dialysis machine? Materials pass out of the blood down a concentration gradient. 33. During a sunny day, which substance is excreted from a leaf? Oxygen. 34. What is the function of a part of a urinary system? Ureter carries urine from the kidneys. 35. Urea is produced in one organ, filtered from the blood by a second organ, and stored inside a third organ before being expelled from the body. Which organ carry out these functions? Production, liver, filtration, kidney and storage, bladder. 36. What is correct for the formation of urea? Formed from amino acids, formed in liver. 37. What are the products of anaerobic respiration in muscles? Lactic acid. Only. 38. Which substance remains in the blood as it passes through the kidney? Protein. 39. What are the products when proteins are broken down? Amino acids. 40. Dialysis is a method of regulating the composition of blood when the kidneys are not working properly. Which substance is absent from fresh dialysis fluid? Bile. 41. A student carried out an experiment to investigate the effect of temperature on the volume of urine produced. Which row shows the experiment where the environmental temperature was increased from 20 C to 40 C but no other changes were made? Urine produced cm3 per hour before after 80/40. 42. In healthy people, which substance is completely reabsorbed into the blood from the kidney? Tubules. Glucose. 43. The table shows the composition of blood entering and leaving the liver and the kidneys. Which row is correct? Highest concentration of urea in the lowest concentration of urea in the IGCSE and O-Level Smart Biology. M. Rashid Chatha 030046100457. Blood entering kidneys entering liver. 44. What is filtered out of the blood in the glomerulus into the kidney tubule? Glucose and urea. 45. How do the concentrations of glucose and urea in urine compare to their concentration in blood plasma? Urine has more urea and no glucose. 46. What happens as a result of deamination? Urea is produced. 47. Which statement about urea is correct? Urea is formed from excess amino acid in the liver and excreted by the kidneys. 48. Which term describes the removal of the nitrogen-containing part of amino acids to form urea? Deamination.